Hello BookTube, welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and it's time to do my book talk for the very last and 8th book in the Christmas Hope series by Donna VanLiere. If you have been following my channel, you know that I have been co-hosting a read-along for the Christmas Hope series by Donna VanLiere, and the schedule originally was to read one book every 3 days, so I should have finished this one on the 24th. I didn't really get a good start on it until the 24th, so I finished it on the 26th, and I'm coming to you today with the book talk. I think this was, if not my favorite, my second favorite. It's a toss-up out of the 8 books. It's a toss-up with the Christmas Hope, which is book 3, and I like them really equally, but for different reasons. This one was a little more of a tearjerker. It was a little more melancholy. There was a little more tragedy in this one, but throughout the tragedy, there was hope, obviously, by the title. And then with this one, it was not so, there was really not any tragedy, but there was a little bit of despair. One of the characters, our main character, her name was Lauren, and she is a young adult who has been in foster care for the last, before she became an adult, she was in foster care for maybe the last 8 or 10 years of her life, and she wants a family for Christmas. She's working in a kind of a dead-end job, and she just wants to kind of get past her past and enjoy Christmas. So she gets off work one day, goes for a drive, finds herself in the town of Grandin, which is where all of these books take place, and she encounters a bag boy. In the last video I said cashier. He's a bag boy, and he was also a very good character. His name was Ben, and Ben was, he had special needs. He was very high functioning because he could read and write and communicate, you know, on a very high level. But when he was a baby, it described his backstory. He had had some fluid on his brain, and it caused some brain damage. So he was not ever going to be able to function fully as a typical adult. But he was able to bag groceries, and he was able to interact with customers. And he had started a note writing campaign, sort of. He wanted to brighten people's day. And so every night he would make out all these different notes with inspirational things, and he would sign them. And then the next day at work, he would put one in people's bags, and he would go through all the notes he had, and he would put the one that suited that person into their bag, so that that was a note just for them. And so Lauren happened to come through his line, and he wrote her a note, or he gave her one of his notes, and it touched her so much that she came back and asked him, you know, why are you doing this? You don't know me. Why are you writing me a note? And they kind of started a conversation, and throughout the book, he never did ask her name, but through a series of events, she ends up, she witnesses a car accident right there that first day that she's in town, so she gets called back to the town to see a lineup and to pick out the person who was the hit and run. What do you call that? The person who did the hit and run. And so throughout that day, she kind of gets roped into helping with the fundraiser for Glory's Place. Now, Gloria and Miriam are characters that have been in the last 4 or 5 books, and they're wonderful. I wish they'd been in all the books. They're so great. My favorite literary friendship now, I think, is Gloria and Miriam. So anyway, so Lauren, she eventually finds her family, you know, for Christmas, because she is able to become a part of this town. There's a lot more to it than that, and there's a lot of people getting their signals crossed and a lot of stuff like that, but it's just really a fun story. I love that there's a special needs character, and I just love the book. I will probably reread this one. I will probably reread all of them at some point in my life, but this one was a definite favorite, and I am so glad that I read it. I'm glad that I read the whole series. And if you, what I would like for all of you to do who have read any of these books, books, if you did this read along with me at all, even if you read one book or if you read all 8, I would love for you to comment below or comment to the Goodreads group how many of the books you read, which ones you read, and I just kind of want to take a tally of how many participants we had. And oh, there's Emily. Emily, a lot of you have asked me about how Emily's doing, and can you say hi? Can you say hi? We go back to St. Pete tomorrow for a checkup to the doctor. So anyway, why don't you let Mommy finish this video, okay? Can you say hi? Can you say hi? She doesn't really realize that the camera's going on. You can see why I'm glad that there was a special needs character, because I have my own special needs daughter and she's wonderful and amazing. And I am just really excited that they had such a good character in this book who has special needs. So anyway, what I was saying is, if you participated, she loves to give me hugs. If you participated in this 24 Days of Christmas Hope read along in any way, if you even just read one book or attempted to read one book, let me know. I would just love to know how many participants that we had. And if you are still reading them and you're planning to continue on and finish, let me know that too. That would be awesome. There's nothing wrong with reading Christmas books after Christmas. I still have several of my Advent books that I am planning to read on into January. So that's it for this video and for this read along. I am so thrilled that I had several of you to read these books with me. They were wonderful, and I hope you are having a great day. Have a happy new year. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Read a good book, and God bless you.